what's up? My name is Christiana if you don't know me, and you can call me Anna, it's much easier. Just to explain really quick, we are in my classroom. I am a online tutor for VIP Kid, so I'm teacher Anna. I have some rewards and a map, so that's why it looks like this. We are in my classroom. I just wanted to make an isolation vlog for a few reasons. And I also wrote notes down because I forget everything and panic at all times. So if I don't write notes, then I won't remember what I want to say. So if you see me like looking around, that's fine. And we also might see my toddler. Who knows what he's doing? No, just kidding. I know what he's doing. He's playing a school type game, but he might come in. So just anyway, that might happen. So I wanted to show like what I've been doing, what our routine has been looking like for the past month. It has been exactly a month of isolation, self-isolation, and yeah, it's been a month. So I want to show kind of just what we've been doing because I would like to be able to look back on this and see like what was that really like. You know, my memory's the worst. So if I don't take pictures or write about it or take a video or like share somewhere, like I'm never going to remember what happened. So that's why I like to have social media, so I can look back like what did I do a year ago, you know, who cares if anybody else likes it, but I like to see what I was doing and how I felt, and it kind of takes you back. So I just want a reminder for myself when this is all over. What was this like how did you handle this, what was going on? And for Weston, my toddler, he is 3 now. It was just his birthday 2 days ago. And so I think he might be interested to see what our life was like when he was 3, maybe later on. So for that, and to just kind of show what's working for me, what's not working for me, the things that I'm being good at, the things that I'm being not so good at. So not exactly like advice and help necessarily, but just like, here's what I'm doing. I don't know. I'm no doctor. So anyway, I just thought I would take you through my day. Maybe I'll insert some clips as I kind of explain what we do in a day. And thanks for watching. So I wake up usually at 3:30. I have 2 alarms, so 3:30 and 3:45. I check in between to see if my first class is canceled so I could sleep longer and just procrastinate. I like to do that. So I lay in bed for 15 minutes and then I get up and brush my teeth, usually get some water, set up my classroom, just kind of get actually ready to teach, set up lights and my props and stuff like that. Then I usually teach, sometimes it's earlier, sometimes I have class at 3, so I get up at 2:30. So I usually teach till about 6 o'clock, and it just depends on the day and how many students I have. And when I'm done teaching, I put that away and that's over. I go and grab tea, and usually around 6 is when Weston is waking up. I drink a lot of tea. So either he's already woken up and in bed with Daddy, or he will get up and come sit with me and we get a snack and go play. So sometimes we go play. I try to hold off on TV in the morning just because like it would be on from 6 a.m. till whenever Cody goes to bed if I let it. So I try not to do that, but some days it is like that. And some days it's just background noise too. Like it's just on and we're around doing other things. But I try to hold off in the mornings if I can. I'd rather just start the day like with music or playing or something. Because I also know about myself, if I start watching TV, I will like to sit on the couch forever. Sitting on the couch, watching TV. So I also don't watch any of my own shows during the day because that's all I will want to do, and Weston hates it, so we just don't do that. And then I don't get sucked in as much because I don't really care about the kid show. So we play, sometimes we make stuff. He likes to cut things up with scissors, he likes to draw, he likes to play with toys. Right now we're playing with balloons from his birthday, so that's really fun. Then Cody's hours have been cut, so he's going in later in the day and coming home earlier. So it's kind of nice because he can sleep in a little bit and kind of wake up more relaxed. He has time to make his lunch before he leaves and we hang out for a little bit. He's been listening to Harry Potter on audiobooks, so sometimes we listen to that in the morning if we make breakfast together. I'm all done cooking breakfast now. This is one of my favorite vegan breakfasts. I do fried rice and shredded Brussels sprouts and a veggie burger, and I put some vegan mayo on top of that. I love vegan mayo. I love mayo, but I really like vegan mayo. I think it's even better, honestly. And then sometimes I have 2 burgers, but I'm good. I made a lot of rice today, so I'll save that for later. Or for Weston, we love them. We get and they're actually cheaper than beef, which is fantastic. And they're so easy to cook. It's just 3 minutes on each side, and like it takes no effort, which is so good for my depression eating habits. But we get these ones. The turkey burgers are the vegan ones, and it says vegan down there. So we're working on it. I'm working on it. And yeah, so that was just cooking. I might make Weston, he asked for a peanut butter jelly, so I'll probably make him that. And Weston and I continue playing. So this kind of time before lunch, between like 7 and maybe 9 or 10, we like to play or make crafts or watch TV. Sometimes we play games on the phone. Sometimes he's doing something like watching TV or playing with his toys in his room, and I'm like washing dishes or doing laundry sometimes. Sometimes I shower. Sometimes I'm playing guitar in my room. He'll come in and out. So after I eat, I like to play some guitar and just kind of do a warm-up or practice. I like to practice my picking. So right now, I'll show you a little bit of what that looks like. It's fun because playing a little bit every day means now I have a lot more songs memorized than I used to, and that's really fun because then I can just play them all the time without having to look at my phone. So usually I play something like just like kind of a basic, like that's how this song called Love Lies goes. But I've been practicing my picking, so that sounds more, and forgive me because it's really sloppy and I am not that great at it. So it's getting a little bit better by the end. So, you know, it started out real bad and went better. Another song I really love to play like that is July by Noah Cyrus. I've been holding my breath, I've been counting to 10 over something you said. So that's one that I practice all the time. And yeah, I just am working on my picking. I also have been kind of working on with just my fingers. not as good at that. I kind of just started that like really recently. So yeah, I practice a little bit of guitar. Sometimes I'm drawing a picture on my iPad next to him on the couch. I do a lot of digital art, and I do some writing, and I write for Fiverr. I write poems, so sometimes I'm doing that. Yeah, cleaning, dishes, that kind of stuff. So sometimes we're doing things together. Sometimes like I go back to my room, he's kind of all over the house, and he does really well, so that's great. If it's warm and nice outside, maybe around 10 or so, we'll get ready and go play outside until lunch, and he loves doing that. He has a little garden that he's just digging things up with his little tractors, and he's got a little bike, and I'm so thankful that we have a backyard for my toddler and my dog and myself. And it gets a lot of sun, and that's really nice. He has some like fun kid type toys in the back, he got for Christmas a trampoline and a swing. Thank you, Grandpa and Rhonda. And he also has a slide, hand-me-down like kind of slide kids toy thing from our friend Ashley. And what else does he have back there? We have a little fire pit, and so he just runs around. Luna's back there, brings toys out there. Sometimes I'll read, sometimes we listen to music. And he really likes being outside. A little bit of outside time. I just made Goose a peanut butter jelly sandwich, but we were playing out here before that. He's been picking me dandelions, so it's really cute. And Luna is out here. What are you doing, Miss Girl? You enjoying the sunshine? Oh, that's a happy pup. And off she goes. At least it's beautiful outside today. So that really helps. And so does the shade. So that's really fun since we can't see the neighbor kids, which is so sad and stressful because 3 years old doesn't understand at all. So you try to explain, but just tell them everyone is getting sick, so we have to stay away and keep everyone healthy and safe. So that's how we've been explaining it. Usually we play and play and play until lunch. Then I make lunch, and usually we come inside. He sits in his high chair, and we watch something while we eat lunch together. Then a little bit more playtime, and usually after that we read a book, grab a snack, and he takes a nap. A lot of times I also take a nap because, like I said, I wake up at 2 or 3:30 every day. Oh no, I'm gonna sneeze. Nope, not gonna do it. Seems rude. So sometimes I sleep too, and sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'm drawing or writing. Sometimes I have a Fiverr order, or I like to watch YouTube videos. So instead of shows, I watch a lot of my favorite YouTubers like Jenna Marbles and Shane Dawson and there's so many, so I'll just stop. So that's what I usually do during nap time. Sometimes I play a little bit of guitar, or go outside and just try to chill and enjoy my alone time because it's the only alone time that I get at all. Then Cody has been coming home early, which is really fun. So he comes home not long after I put Weston down for a nap. So sometimes he ties flies, he's a fly fisherman, sometimes he plays games, or we listen to Harry Potter more on audiobook. We've been doing a lot of that, which is really fun. We play a lot of guitar together. We try to play at least one song every day, which I think has been a really good habit for me, and achievable because one song can be short. So even on the days that I don't want to do it, one song is okay. I really like doing that, and it's nice to have some time with Cody before Weston wakes up from his nap. So if it's nice, sometimes we'll go outside and tan or lay in the sun or build something or whatever we're doing. And when Weston wakes up, we play, do more of the same, just whatever a toddler does. It's varied and crazy and unpredictable. So we just deal with toddlerness until it's time to make dinner, and then usually I'm like washing dishes while Cody's making dinner. He loves to cook, and he's a really good cook. And catch up on more chores, doing laundry, stuff like that, or drawing pictures while we listen to more Harry Potter and I draw more pictures. So mostly my life is guitar and drawing pictures and Weston. So it's great. I really like it for the most part. what do we do after that? After, yeah, we eat, usually watch a show like Gilmore Girls or Scrubs or Psych, The Office, Parks and Rec. Those are our favorite ones. We usually watch a show while we're eating dinner, then play a little bit more with Weston and get him ready for bed. And shortly after he goes to bed, I go to bed. So there's a little bit of time in between where we're watching more of a show, listening to more Harry Potter, drawing more pictures, or I'm just going to go lay in bed and be on my phone. That's the other thing. I just, we're all just on our phones. That's about a whole day. Sometimes Cody comes to bed with me, sometimes not, and I try to go to bed around 8:30, 9 o'clock. I try not to go to bed after 9 o'clock because then I have long days. They're long. They're really long. And we can't go anywhere or do anything. So it's long. But that's about an average day. So sometimes they are more productive. Oh, I didn't even mention exercise because I have been skipping it. I was doing really good since January, going to the gym every weekday, and like actually working out, and I was getting stronger and I was really proud of myself. And then gyms closed. So I miss the child watch so much. I miss all the girls that work there. I love them so much. And Weston misses them and the kids. Oh, here he comes.
What are you doing?
I'm making a video. You want to say hi?
No.
You want to?
Yeah.
We're just saying hi. Ugh. So we can't go to the Y anymore, huh? You got some chocolate on your face?
I want body.
On your body?
I want body chocolate.
You want body chocolate?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Body chocolate.
Okay.
Body.
Your body.
No, I sit here.
Oh, you want to sit here? Okay. Well, can you be quiet while Mommy's finishes talking? Do you think?
Yeah.
Okay. So listen. I'm telling him about what we do. So I was exercising at home. I was doing push-ups, sit-ups, squats, lunges, planks.
Sit-ups.
You did do sit-ups today, huh? And stuff like that. So I was keeping up with that every day. And then for the past maybe 2 weeks, I have done basically nothing. I just fell off and I don't feel great about it. I know that it makes me feel better to exercise, and yet I still avoid it. I'm tired and dealing with depression.
Exercise.
Which is something that I've been dealing with for a long time, so this is not just because of isolation, but isolation is not helping.
Mommy, I'm doing exercise.
You're doing exercise? You're doing a really good job. Wow.
Exercise. I've going.
We are trying to eat healthy. I try to eat at least one vegan meal a day. That's a goal that I have. And I do good mostly. Again, I usually track things. I will show you that later. But usually I keep track of things just so I know what I've been doing. Again, my memory is terrible. So if I don't, then I forget whatever happened.
I need big.
You need to be big? Oh, that's better. And I also kind of just track like what I'm doing, what we're exercising, what I eat, and my goals, things that I'm doing. So it's several days later, and I did not get the vlog out by the weekend like I was hoping I would. I didn't even finish all the filming that I wanted to do, but here we are. So this is real, it's imperfect, and that's fine. The other part that I needed to talk about was my journal, and I wanted to wait to film it because I hadn't been filling in my journal like I normally do. So I was like, oh, let's wait until I actually do it. Haha, just kidding, I still haven't done it. So anyway, I'm just going to explain what it is, and then I'm going to get it started for this week. So I keep this notebook, this journal. It's a dotted notebook. So the pages all are just plain dots like this. Can you see that? Yes. So it's just dots. This one is numbered, and it has a table of contents at the beginning that you can fill out for yourself and with the numbered pages. So this is kind of like a bullet journal, but I don't really do exactly what the bullet journal does. I really like that system, but it's kind of intense and I don't always like keep up with it, and you can get really creative and beautiful with them, and it can be overwhelming. So I just picked the few basic things that really helped me the most, and I want to tell you about them right now. But if you're interested in this at all, or if you like journaling, or like what I'm talking about and want to know more, just get on YouTube and look up bullet journal and you'll find so many things, and you can do really cool things with it. You can track a lot of stuff, and it's really cool if you're a journal diary tracking type person. So the first thing that I use it for is my weekly kind of layout, which looks like this. And basically each little rectangle, and I just draw these out. You can use a ruler if you want. I don't anymore. I'm just using it as kind of like line practice. But I kind of measure out the rectangles. I counted the squares and I figured it all out. But now I can just kind of copy the ones that I've done from before. Haha, see? Look, perfect. So I draw my rectangles. I do one for each day, and then there's an extra one because there's 8 rectangles, and this is just kind of for notes or like things I need to get done in the week or whatever that don't go on a specific day. So each day has the day and the number on it. I don't usually write the month just because I am where I am in my notebook, so I'll figure it out, you know. So it has Monday the 6th. Then I write little notes about what I did, what I need to do, what's going on that day. So if there's any plans, and then now with less plans, I've just been kind of tracking like, what did we do today? So like if I did laundry, if I had a Fiverr order, if we just played outside, if we had a low-key day, like just writing down something of what we did. So I'm at least thinking about it, like not pressuring myself to be productive, but just like it's on my mind that like I want to keep track of what we're doing. Then down here, I've also been keeping track of what I was doing a great job before quarantine or before isolation, of keeping track of what I was eating. So I wrote down breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snack, and just like a quick little note of what it was. Not with any goals. I'm not counting calories or like trying to lose weight, or I'm not trying to do anything. I just want to be aware of what I'm eating, and so then I can just be honest, and I'm not guilting myself about anything. I just want to know what I'm eating. And sometimes when my mental health is bad, I don't eat as much. I just forget. I don't feel hungry. I don't have energy to make myself food when my depression is really bad. The most I can manage is making Weston food a billion times a day, and that's like more than I can handle sometimes, and so it's a lot. So when I was doing well, keeping track of eating was helping me be strong enough to go to the gym and to like work out. But it's still important that I'm eating regularly. I just need to get back to it. But this depression spiral means I'm not keeping track, which means I'm not doing as well with the eating or the exercising, which they all like go together. So anyway, you'll kind of see what I mean as I go. But I was keeping track of those things. I've also been trying to eat like at least one vegan meal a day as a goal that I have. And I was doing really well tracking that too, because I was writing everything down. It was easy to be like, oh, well, I haven't had a vegan meal yet today. I'd like to do that for lunch. Or I already did that for breakfast. I could even do another vegetarian meal. Like, it just was like a fun game to me to see how many ways I could make substitutions to make my meals be vegan or vegetarian. And it was just, I just liked it. It was just kind of fun, like a fun challenge of trying new foods, trying new recipes, and doing something that I think is good for the environment and for animals and probably for my health. You know, I'm just paying attention to it more now. So I was doing that, and then I also was writing down what I was doing for exercise. So if I went to the gym, I'd write down that. And then I was doing home exercises, so I would just write down like a number of how many sit-ups, squats, whatever I did a day, or if I did a plank. And then the last one is M for mental health. Like, did I meditate? I was spending a lot of time in the sauna at the gym after my workout, so I would meditate. So I'd write that down, or whatever, something that I did for my mental health. So that's what I would track every day, is just like what I'm up to, basic stuff. And it helps me just kind of stay organized. I also track my bills in here. Not going to show you that though, because yikes. I also write some of my Fiverr orders in here. I write poetry for Fiverr, so sometimes I'm writing them out in my journal before I send them off. The other thing that I do is keep track of monthly goals. So that page for April looks like this, and I'll read to you what these are. So exercise, meditation, play guitar, no spend day, drink 40 ounces of water, write a poem, write something else, make art, a vegan meal, and a vegetarian meal. And there's a number for every day of the month. So I just fill in if I did that thing that day or not. So again, like not a guilting thing, but just like a way to keep track of like, how am I doing? So if I did any exercise, I can fill that in, or if I did any meditation, if I played at least one song on my guitar. A no spend day means I didn't spend money on anything not necessary. So like groceries don't count, bills don't count, but if we go out to eat, that counts as spending. Or if I do something, so spending money that's not necessary. And then keeping track of my meals. I stopped doing that on the 9th. It is now the 20th. Whoops. But again, that was just kind of like, it made me feel good because I was exercising every week. So it made me feel good to go back and be like, look at all the squares I can fill in. So it was like kind of a rewarding thing. Even like after the reward of having exercised and like feeling good about that, it was like kind of fun to track what I've done, track that I'm getting stronger, track that I've been consistent with myself. I'm trying to find another month to show what a full month looks like. But then when I stopped tracking, I stopped thinking about it. When I stopped thinking about it, I stopped doing it. So like this month, this was maybe just last month, I did pretty good with exercise. I only missed 4 days in the whole month of no exercise at all. So if I even planked, I count that as a day that I exercised. I did pretty good with meditation. I did great with vegetarian and vegan meals, and I made art almost every day. I played a song. I only missed 1 day of March playing a song on my guitar. So that's what this looks like with like a full month, and then there's a bunch of bills and some finances and stuff like that. But yeah, I just like to keep track because it helps me be proud of myself for how much I've done. I like to be really hard on myself sometimes, and that is not great. So anyway, that's what I do to keep track of my habits, my goals, and just kind of my life. I really like doing it. I'm not happy when I forget. I want to get back to doing it. It makes me feel good to be on top of it. So I'm gonna get back to it this week and be gentle with myself. That's the thing I try to remember, is just be gentle with yourself. It's okay. Things are weird right now. So I try every day to make something, at least one thing, or
bird feeder.
See the bird feeder?
Where'd it go?
We did make a bird feeder, huh?
Where'd it go?
A bird must have eaten it. It was a pine cone with peanut butter and seeds on it.
I don't want to be a peanut butter.
You don't want to be a peanut butter?
I want spoon peanut butter.
Okay, can you be quiet so I can finish the video and then I'll get you peanut butter?
No.
No, you can't. Okay, well, do you want to go play? And I'll be done soon.
No.
Okay, hold on. I'm almost done. So I try to make something or do something creative at least once a day, like play guitar or draw a picture or something like that. Cutting out pictures, making a collage, something creative with Weston.
Mommy.
That's really important. And then just being thankful, trying to focus on everything I am grateful for at all times. And I do some guided meditations. There are some I found on Pandora Premium. But you can find free ones on YouTube. You can find all sorts of stuff like that. So I try to do guided meditations that help me relax and remember what I'm thankful for in times of great frustration.
I didn't get up.
You need to get up?
I need to be bigger.
You need to be bigger. Like this?
No, like this.
Like this. What is a baby belly? Hide that belly. Thanks for watching. If you did, it was kind of long-winded, but it's mostly for me, I guess, so that's fine. I can be as long-winded as I want. I like to have this as a record of just what this is like. This is a pretty average description. I, of course, have worse days and, of course, have better days. Some days have been pretty awful and hard and not as happy, and it's really rough. But the one thing I know is that I need to focus on how thankful and grateful that I am, which I am extremely thankful and grateful for a lot of things. I'm really lucky, and there are a lot of people that are not as lucky. With our last stimulus check, which we're lucky enough to even receive one, because not all tax-paying people do get the support that they really need right now. Not everyone gets the unemployment that they need. Not everyone has a safe place to live. Not everyone has enough food. Not everyone has the internet or something to keep them busy. Not everyone has their own room. And I'm very aware of all of that. So with our last stimulus check, we took a really big chunk of it and donated it to our local YWCA to support the LGBTQ community and women and children and men, anyone who's been affected by domestic violence. And I plan on donating to either them again or someone else again as when we are able. I am just so lucky, and I don't want to take that for granted. If you are able to help someone in need, please do so. Please think of ways that you could do something for someone in your community, even if it's just writing a letter to someone who might need social interaction or giving someone a call. Like, what could we all be doing to support those around us? And if you need support, I hope that you find it. There are a lot of organizations doing really great stuff right now, so I hope you can find the resources that you need. I hope everyone is safe and okay, and this is hard. This is really hard. So I encourage you all to do what you can for your communities, take care of yourself and your family, and we'll all just get through this together. Thanks again for watching, and have a nice day.